Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Welcome to PAX Workshop Wednesday series on the first day of December. So we're excited to have you all here with us. We're going to go ahead and just get started. Today, we're going to be talking about very important life skills that everyone should have. So how to invest and save for the future. And we're very thankful for Mojahed Hamdeh, who is currently a strategic account executive at Atyeti. I don't know if I pronounced that right.
Atyeti, you got it.
Thank you. And is an executive member of the Professional Sales Club at Russ Berrie Institute for Professional Sales. Mojahed has a great amount of experience in sales and finance, and this gives him a wide range of knowledge that he's going to share with us today. So we're very thankful for you reaching out to us and wanting to give this skill back to the community. I'm going to hand it off to you to get us started, and the floor is all yours. For everyone in the audience, if you have any questions throughout, please just leave them in the Facebook or YouTube chats, and we're going to get to all of them towards the end. Go ahead, Mojahed.
Cool. Well, I appreciate the introduction. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mojahed Hamdeh. So I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. I'll take about 20 minutes. Just want to speak to you guys about investing for your future. Some of the topics I will cover are 401ks, IRAs, Roth IRAs, the difference between saving and investing, how to open an account, a brokerage account, whether it be for your own personal for Roth or to just invest yourself. And just sharing some basic market knowledge. So to get into it, what is a 401k? A lot of people have them. Most people don't know what they are or what it entails. So kind of a 401k is a retirement savings plan that is usually created by your employer. If you're self-employed, you can create your own. I can get into that later. But essentially, this gives employees a tax break on money that they contribute. So say your salary is $100,000, you contribute $6,000. That $6,000 is untaxed. You do taxes later for 401k. And the max contribution for 2022 is $20,500. Usually it goes up about $1,000 a year. That is adjustment for inflation, things along that nature. And also you can start contributing more as you get older in age when you become 50 and older. As I was saying, 401ks allow you to defer paying income taxes on the funds you contribute until you withdraw the money. For example, like I was saying, with the $100,000, the $6,000 that you put in, that is untaxed. You won't have to pay taxes on that until you start taking out money. You do take a penalty if you take out money before the age of 59 and a half. If you don't, then you don't get penalized. Some people get a tax at the break at the state level, depending on where you live. We live in New Jersey. We have different tax brackets. Florida obviously has different tax brackets to New Jersey. So sometimes people get away with things doing it that way and be able to get more and miss out on paying some taxes. Low income savers, they'll additionally qualify for like a different tax credit. Essentially, they'll just be paying less taxes than a person that would have made more money on their returns or anything like that. And as I was saying, many employers match up to 6% of your salary. So you can Roth your 401k. So basically what that means is you're just paying taxes before putting it in. So going back to the $100,000 salary, that $6,000, you're going to be getting taxed on that, which would roughly be about like $4,700. And that's what you would be putting in. And Rothing it allows you to, so when you withdraw, essentially that's all your money. You don't have to pay taxes. Everything that's there is yours. Most 401ks are invested in mutual funds and ETFs. Some people try to go and buy other things, but majority of that is what they're going to be invested in. If you work for an employer, you should check with your HR, ask them about the detailed report of their 401 policy. Maybe like the login credentials for it, so you can kind of go into it, see how much is in there, where money is moving. It's also a good way for you to kind of get educated on where your money is going. I mean, if a majority of your retirement money is going somewhere, I mean, I want to know where it's going, or at least have some knowledge of, what it is. And like I said, if you're self-employed, you can create a 401k, and I suggest you using a financial advisor, as I am definitely not one. I'm just here sharing some financial experience and expertise. An IRA. So what is an IRA? An IRA is an account set up at a financial institution. It allows individuals to save for retirement. There are three types of these: a traditional, a Roth, and a SEP. Basically, SEP just means for self-employed. So traditional is kind of you pay taxes now. A Roth is you pay taxes later. Um, Sorry, vice versa. A traditional is you pay taxes later. Roth, you pay taxes now. And a SEP is kind of similar. This is for business owners who want like tax deferred growth and still be able to invest and have some market knowledge and their feet kind of in the market without being able to kind of be fully invested and still be able to contribute, which is $6,000 is the maximum amount. And as you get older, 50 and older, you can start contributing 7,000. So these are just some calculators that I have, which will go into kind of, if you start a Roth IRA or an IRA at an age. So everyone obviously is at a different age. I'm 25. So for this presentation's sake, I'm going to use the 25 age bracket. Say we're going to do an annual contribution of 5,000 and we'll start a balance of 5,000 as well. This column basically just means we're going to maximize our contribution. So as I said, when you become 50, you can start investing more, put $1,000 more. So we're going to maximize that. And this is what it would be at the time of retirement if I continuously put 5,500 a year over 40 years. And this is for adjusted gross income of 50,000. Obviously, that's different if you make more or less. And then kind of at the end of it, this is what you will have. And this is before taxes. So like I said, so traditional, this is money that you were putting in and it was untaxed. You're going to have to pay taxes later. But just to show you kind of the growth of when starting at 25 years old, you still have, 1.2 million. That's a crazy amount of money. But, for the older people, say you think it's too late. It's actually not. So say you're 40 years old, right? That's not old for the people out there. It's still young. And say you still want to get involved, you still will be able to get about 420,000. At the end of your retirement in 25 years, I mean, the average salary, if you calculate that, it's like $80,000, $90,000 you're averaging a year in just, additional income. I think it's definitely a good plan. And like I said, it's never too late with investing. So now I'll go into the Roth. I don't want to take too long on this, but similar to the other one, as you saw, was 1.2 for the age of 25. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to maximize our return as well. This time, the 5,500 that we're putting in, since it's taxed already, all this money at the end of it is going to be yours. Untaxed, you can take it out, and that'll be that. So your taxable savings is around $800,000. And yeah, so that's the calculator. So let me just get back into the presentation. So some of the benefits of a traditional IRA, like I was saying, you pay taxes later. You make those tax contributions to your IRA. You pay no income taxes on this. They're tax deferred, and you can withdraw your contributions in retirement. But like I said, you pay income taxes at the end. Roth is vice versa. You pay taxes now, and at the end, you can take it tax-free. So this is just a video, how to open an account. Maybe most people don't have an account. They're interested in how to open an account. So this will just explain, it's a brief 3-minute video. Vanguard is one of the biggest financial institutions. This is just how to open an account with them.
Welcome. We're excited to be your investing partner as you take charge of your financial future. Through this short video, you'll get a sense of what to expect when opening a Vanguard account. There's no cost to open an account, so let's get started. First, you'll go to Vanguard.com. For this walkthrough, let's assume it's your first time investing with Vanguard. Begin by selecting Personal Investors. To continue, click Open an Account at the top of the page. From here, you'll select Start Your New Account. We'll assume you're using your bank to make your initial investment. You can also roll over or transfer investments from another company. If you're not already a Vanguard client, select No, I'm new here. Here's a look at the process and the things you'll need to get started. The process will take about 5 to 10 minutes. Once your money reaches your new account, you can start investing. You'll begin by selecting your goal and a related account type. You can always reference the frequently asked questions on the page. Your account will act as a container for the investments you'll choose later, such as index funds, stocks, or ETFs. For this example, let's select a general investing brokerage account for one person. Next, you'll provide your personal information. You can be confident that Vanguard uses a number of security measures to keep your data safe. Review your details for accuracy. You'll then create a username and password. In addition, you'll agree to paperless statements. You'll also set up your security questions. Next, you'll provide your bank information. All new accounts require a bank on file. Indicate whether your initial money is coming from your bank or another source. Next, decide how much money you want to transfer. As a reminder, there's no cost to open an account. However, some financial products require a minimum amount. In the next step, you'll enter your employment information. Certain occupations may have additional rules and regulations. On the remaining few pages, you'll answer some final questions, which are required for all new brokerage accounts.
So that's kind of the gist of it. The last 30 seconds is kind of not needed. So that's kind of how to open an account. Just to dive in a little bit, for the younger crowd or anyone that kind of wants to invest, as I was saying, I'm not a financial advisor. But going back, 401ks, Roth IRAs, majority of everything are tied to these four indexes, futures here. So the US 30 is essentially the Dow Jones. It's the 30 largest companies. The S&P 500 is the S&P 500 of all of the top S&P 500 companies. So the tickers on the side is actually the stock tickers that you can use that track these indexes. DIA is for the Dow Jones, SPY is for the S&P 500, QQQ is for the US Tech 100, which is the NASDAQ 1000, and IWM is for small cap Russell 2000. So these essentially gives you exposure to all parts of the market. So IWM would be the small cap technology stocks. They're essentially smaller market cap. When they say small cap, that's all it means. US Technology is the NASDAQ composite. Basically, those are all your technology companies. S&P 500 is similar, but more larger organizations. And Dow Jones is your top 30 large organizations in the company. In the United States. Going back, the stock market is open from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. There's some after-hours trading at 6. There's also index futures trading, which is primarily what moves the market. This starts from 6 p.m. Sunday, basically virtually all the way. It's trading 24/7 essentially. It closes daily for 30 minutes from 4:30 to 5, and it's closed on Saturday. But as I was saying, going back, I don't really suggest individual stocks because you never know. A CEO can die, something can happen, the stock can drop 50%. As far as investing for the long term, I do suggest going for ETFs and mutual funds. Some of the platforms to use, as I was going back on Vanguard, the video that I showed you, that's more so for IRA and 401ks, but you can also do individual investing there. Thinkorswim is something that I use. I use it combined with Robinhood, I'm not going to lie, because it has no commission structures or commission fees. Most platforms like Charles Schwab, Thinkorswim, they charge about $3-4 a trade. And it varies, where Robinhood is actually completely free. There's no transaction fees, but they do kind of get you on the spreads, which they call is kind of the bid and the ask between the stock prices. And yeah, that's kind of my presentation. I also wanted to get into, before I end, just the difference between saving and investing. So real quick, don't want to spend too much time on this. Essentially, say you're 25, like I was saying, and you're saving $10 a day till you're 65. All right, you got $144,000 by the time you're done. Say you're saving $15, you got $216. But what I really wanted to show was the difference if you just invest it. And it is important to save, but like as you'll see from this projection right here, the power and the magnitude of what investing can do to your money is just unheard of. And you're just not going to be able to save this amount of money. I mean, inshallah, if you're a doctor or something and you got it like that, inshallah, and you can keep it going. But most people don't, and most people have to spend money on living. Like everyone else, they have rent, they have a cost of living, they have kids. So anyway, I'm gonna just bring this up slowly. So 1% from 200 to 265, 2%, you're already at 3. And let's just do the average of 7% a year. So your 200,000 is 1.1 from that average, just a 7% return versus just saving your money. So big difference between 216,000 and 1.18 million. So it's definitely important to invest, but it's definitely important to save. In order to invest, you have to save. So I would start out saving first, and yeah, that was kind of my presentation. If anyone has any questions, you can feel free to ask here, or if you want to ask separately, you can email me, and I'd be more than free to chat. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'd love to help out in any way I can.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your presentation, Mojahed. We appreciate all the helpful information you provided all of us with. We're just going to wait a few minutes. If anyone has any questions, they'll comment it. If not, we'll go right ahead and end the live. Just in the meantime, we'd like to thank all of our viewers for joining us. We do have Workshop Wednesday every first Wednesday of the month. So if you have any suggestions for any future workshops we have, feel free to email us or DM us or message us on social media. But we'll just give it another minute or two, and then we'll go right ahead and end it.
Cool. I appreciate it.
And make sure to share the video to all your friends, family, just so they get all the information you shared throughout this. We'll have it archived in our Facebook.
Awesome. I appreciate it for that. Thank you.
Thank you again, Mojahed. It's like actually really helpful information to have. Like,
thanks. I hope you saw some value in it.
Definitely did. Okay, I think we're good. I don't think anyone's gonna leave any questions or comments, so we're good to go. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Massam.
Assalamu alaikum.